Fate is often considered as power that determines events. You can't.
Good evening, everyone. We are reading Robert Greene's The Daily Laws. Today is December the 7th, and the title is The Bullet in the Side. The reality of death has come upon us, and a consciousness of the power of God has broken our complacency, like a bullet in the side. A sense of the dramatic, of the tragic, of the infinite has descended upon us, filling us with grief, but even above grief, wonder. Flannery O'Connor. After the onset of lupus, at the age of 25, Flannery O'Connor stared down the barrel of the gun pointed at her, refusing to look away for over 13 years. She used her proximity to death as a call to stir herself to action, to feel a sense of urgency, to deepen her religious faith and spark her sense of wonder at all mysteries and uncertainties of life. She used the closeness of death to teach her what really mattered and to help her steer clear of the petty squabbles and concerns that plagued others. She used it to anchor herself in the present, to make her appreciate every moment and every encounter. We tend to read stories like Flannery O'Connor's with some distance. We can't help but feel some relief that we find ourselves in a much more comfortable position. But we make a grave mistake in doing so. By having her mortality so present and palpable, she had an advantage over us. She was compelled to confront death and make use of her awareness of it. We, on the other hand, are able to dance around the thought, to envision endless vistas of time ahead of us and dabble our way through life. And then when reality hits us, when we perhaps receive our own bullet in the side in the form of an unexpected crisis in our career, or a painful breakup in a relationship, or the death of someone close, or even our own life-threatening illness, we are not usually prepared to handle it. Daily Law. Flannery O'Connor's fate is our fate. We are all in the process of dying, all facing the same uncertainties. The laws of human nature. 18. Meditate on our common mortality, the law of death denial. I don't often think of mortality and death. It's not like in the front of my mind, but I take away from this reading that being aware and making the time as precious as we can, that's something that we should be more mindful of, because then we end up appreciating our time. Because I've noticed that the theme for this month, besides mortality, but it's time and how precious it is. I always think of, with TLC, when Left Eye went on her journey to Costa Rica, to the retreat before she died. It's like she knew there. If you ever watch that documentary, it's almost like she knew she was going to die. I don't know how she knew. I mean, maybe it's something you can feel, but I got the feeling that she knew that it was coming for her. And she took that time to document and kind of like ground herself to get ready for it. So when you have that, what this title was, The Bullet in the Side, like, you know that something is coming, even if you don't know that it's coming, being aware of your time that you have here and making each moment mean something. I think that's what he's trying to get us to understand and be more mindful of. Y'all have a good night and join me tomorrow. We'll do it again.